In 1954, a creature rose from the Pacific Ocean and reduced Tokyo to ash. Audiences screamed. Some wept. Not because it was entertaining, but because 9 years earlier, they had watched their own cities burn in exactly the same. Godzilla was never just a monster. He was a mirror. For 70 years, every time he returned to the screen, that mirror reflected something new. Something we feared. Something we had lost. Something we absolutely refused to face. This is how 1954, Japan is 9 years past Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The wounds are still raw. The shame runs deep. And a filmmaker named Ishiro Honda decides to make a monster movie. Not just any monster movie. Honda's Gojira, named for gorilla and whale, emerges from the sea, awakened by American nuclear testing. When it reaches Tokyo, what follows is not thrilling. It is devastating. Cities burn. Families flee. Hospitals overflow. Honda shot it like a war documentary. Not for spectacle. For grief. The suit actor Haruo Nakajima wore a 100-kilogram rubber costume in sweltering heat. He studied bears. He studied elephants. He wanted Godzilla to carry the weight of something that could actually end you. Japanese survivors of the bombing sat in dark theaters and watched Tokyo burn again. Then something strange happened. Japan healed. The economy boomed. And the monster the nation once feared became something entirely different. A champion. Through the Showa era, Godzilla transformed. More expressive eyes. Almost playful movement. Fighting up. Children who once hid under theater seats now cheered for him. This was not an accident. As Japan rebuilt its identity, it needed heroes. And Godzilla, the very embodiment of the force that destroyed them, became their protector. He absorbed the trauma and 1984, Godzilla returns. But the world has changed. The Cold War is at its peak. Nuclear arsenals point at every major city. The Heisei era strips away everything playful. Godzilla is once again a catastrophe in slow motion, grappling with nuclear power, corporate greed, and a planet we are. And it ends with the most emotionally devastating scene in the franchise's entire history. Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, 1995. Godzilla goes into nuclear meltdown. His body burns from the inside out. His adopted son watches from a distance. The king of monsters collapses. And dissolves. Gone. Then came 1998. America's turn. The TriStar Godzilla fast, lean, built for blockbuster spectacle. Toho's verdict? Not Godzilla. They renamed the creature Zilla. Removed the god. And in 2004, they brought the real Godzilla back and had him destroy Zilla in 13 seconds flat. Two visions of Godzilla in the 2010s. Both brilliant. In 2014, Legendary's MonsterVerse gave us something ancient and godlike, an alpha predator from before human civilization, feeding on nuclear radiation. In this world, mythology is real. And humans are not at the top of the food chain. But in 2016, director Hideaki Anno, creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion, made something completely different. Shin Godzilla. His monster doesn't attack because it's evil. It attacks because it exists. It evolves in real time, transforming into increasingly horrifying forms. And the real villain? Not Godzilla. It's the Japanese government. And then, the masterpiece, Godzilla Minus One. 2023, post-war Japan. The same devastated nation that gave Godzilla life. A kamikaze pilot named Koichi survived the war when he should not have. Now a creature approaches the shore, one that seems sent specifically to finish what the bomb started. Budget, $15 million. Less than 1% of a typical Hollywood blockbuster. Result, the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. The first Japanese film to ever win that award. It was not the biggest Godzilla. Not the loudest. But it was the most human, a story of grief, guilt, and whether a broken person can find a reason to keep living. Full circle. Nuclear horror to nuclear meaning. 70 years. 38 films. One monster. Every version of Godzilla tells us something true about the moment it was made in. What we feared. What we hoped for. What we refused to say out loud. So the question is not which Godzilla is your favorite. The real question is, what does your favorite Godzilla say about you? Drop it.